Hey, so welcome back to part 2 of my where I started and where I'm at now vlog. I broke it into two. I hope that it's been useful. And if it is, subscribe, click the bell. If you've not seen the first one, it'll just take you from where I started a year ago up to now. Yeah, hey, let's go. Let's enjoy the rest of that journey together. Hey, so this is the Tilly and the Buttons Make It Simple book. I'm sure lots of you have got this. I couldn't resist getting it. There are things in it I might not make for myself, I'll be honest. There's something in it that I made for myself and it just didn't suit me at all, but I just rehashed it and turned it into a different garment. And the first thing I did with this, because it has got, as you maybe know, the patterns pre-printed in the back with the crisscross over, I've already said I'm not a tracer, is I just sent off all the AO codes and downloads to, I tend to use Flamingo prints, but there are lots of other companies. I think they're about £1.50 a sheet. Some of them I doubled up because I knew that my daughter would want to use them. And then I've just got them in these envelopes. So this one's got, sorry if the writing's back to front, all of the Sophia pieces, the Pinafore, Bertha Cardigan, Suki dress. I've got one of these for each one. So I've got them all ready for when I want to use them on paper. So the first thing that I made out of this, and I mean, hello, has anybody not made these, is of course the Sophia trousers. There we go. Absolutely love these. And I know everybody says it, but they really are secret pyjamas. And I've made so many pairs of these. Pink, royal blue, khaki, and I've packed some of those away, so I've not got all of them to show you. But what I've done is, these are looking so worn. I have lived in these all of summer. And I know they're a little bit creased, but they're cropped and I'm not really going out the house in them now. So I've got this chambray denim. I got this at the fabric shop in Penrith. Just so, I think it's called, can't remember. I went in there when we were in the lakes for a week in the summer. Loved the shop, could have lived in it. So yeah, and I think I possibly was starting to make them at a size 9 when I first started to make them. So Tilly and the Button standard sizes go up from, I think, size 1 to size 10. And they are extending the range, as are lots of brands, which I think is absolutely brilliant. The last pair of these that I cut was actually some black cords, which I think I've got possibly over there. So I've just made them in a black cord in a size 6, but they're too big. So I need to I've already ran them in. Need to take the elastic out, just recut them slightly and put the elastic back in, and then they'll fit me absolutely fine. I've extended the length so they're full length, ready for the winter. But I think that's probably the last pair that I'm going to make until I get to my target weight. I may make some again then, but I think what I'm going to do is just wait a few more weeks because I'm really flying through my weight loss, and I really like to have some trousers with fitted waistbands as well, so I've got some patterns ready for that. So the other ones which I've loved, and they are really creased because it's the end of summer, they've been washed but they're ready to go away, is this lovely stretch denim, which again was from Pound Fabrics. I got a 3 metre bundle of this. Absolutely love that. Elastic waist, so simple to do. Don't bother with the pockets in them. I know lots of people do, but as I explained earlier, it's just not really been beneficial for me, because literally, as I've lost weight, I've just took the made a hole at the side, ran the outside seams down, shortened the elastic and put them back together again. And the other thing with that pattern is, absolutely love it. And Tilly says to start the elastic here and here, and gives you great measurements for that. But the first time I made them was, I think, the chambray ones, and I just found that they roll down a bit, probably to my body. So what I do is I do put a bigger piece of elastic in and I put it taut over there. You could probably put some fusing in there just so it gives it a bit of rigidity, and then it keeps it flat at the front and keeps all of the gathers at the back, but it doesn't seem to roll down. So I've started to do that now. And I've made the playsuit in that for my daughter. I've made a version of that for her. That's the playsuit version there. And I've also made the play suit version for myself. So I wore this to a friend's wedding anniversary in the summer, in July. It's just miles too big for me now, but I won't be throwing it out. I'll just modify it and do something different. So with that same stretch denim, this is what I had left. I made that, so it's a wrap over, elastic waist play suit. And the only thing for me is, I'm just not really good at the whole getting in and out of what I call front loading. I love jumpsuits, but I like them just to fasten at the back. Don't like a zip that goes too far up. I struggle to get hold of it. So I think I will make this again. I think what I'll do is do the back panel in 2 pieces, put an additional seam allowance in the middle, leave a gap and a button at the top, or hook or some fastening at the top. So there's enough of a gap for it with a V-neck for me to drop it down, but then I could sew the wrap part in place. It's just the whole kind of getting in and out of it when you go up the loo. Just irritates me a bit. We're all different though, what can I say? So that is that one there. And then I did have the black cords that just dropped on the floor, but it's exactly the same style. So that is that. I am dabbling at doing the dungaree version. I'm sort of channeling my inner Glastonbury from my 20s and things when I used to wear those, but I'm thinking I might do those for over the winter. I'm just wondering, I'm not great on tie waist, I've got to be honest. So I might do it with a channel and a drawstring that I can easily sort of loosen off, or I don't know whether to do it with elastic. Leave me a comment if you've made these with an elastic waist rather than a belt, a tie belt. When I buy things with tie belts, my daughter would tell you this, I cut them off. Don't like them, they get on my nerves. So the thing that I made out of this book, which is lovely, is the Suki dress. I can't show you it because it didn't look lovely on me. So it does look lovely on the right body shape. I made it, it was beautiful. I put it on, I look like a sack of potatoes. I'm quite decent chest, in at the waist, out at the hips, and it just, for my shape, it just didn't do what I needed it to do. And then you've got gorgeous Paige Joanna modelling the Bertha Cardigan, which I've made one of. I'm definitely going to make more of. So the Bertha Cardigan, you'll recognise this fabric as, this was what was left over from when I made the Tilly and the Buttons jumper dress, the first thing that I made. And I had enough of it left that I made this Bertha Cardigan. It's so lovely. It's like a comfort blanket, and it's probably too big for me now. I didn't put the cuffs on. I just did kind of a little, just a little hem on the sleeves. And I do have some lovely red and white dogtooth fabric, which isn't heavyweight. It's kind of MAC weight, like an autumn spring coat I'm wanting to make out of that. And I'm thinking about doing this as a longer length, just to pull on like loose fit coat, but I'm just hanging fire so I know that it's the right size. So that will be coming up. I've got some gorgeous red lining to go with that as well. So I already mentioned earlier that I've made the Tabatha T-shirt from this book, which is such an easy make. I love it. And if you do the pyjamas, it's also the Tabatha T-shirt as well. So it's the same pattern for both. So if you are ordering the patterns, you don't need to order it twice. It's the same pattern. So I've made that. And what I'm going to do with that is do a mashup of the Tabatha T-shirt and just see if I can find another picture of it for you. A mashup of the Tabatha T-shirt and the Billie jumper sleeves, because I really like the balloon sleeves in the Billie jumper. So I'm kind of, rather than the high neck, go for the low neck of the Tabatha. Does that make sense? So I'm merging the two together. And I don't tend to wear T-shirts tucked in. So I do like the band of the Billie kind of at the base just to finish it off a little bit. So I'm going to be doing a few of those because I'm ready to make some kind of warmer, snugglier, long sleeve items as well. And the other things that are in here, you've got the olive pinafore, which I've not made yet. I wouldn't be able to wear it that short. Nobody in the world needs to see my knees. And it would only be with tights or leggings like that were opaque. But who knows? Maybe I might. I've got lots of cord material, so maybe I might make that when I get to my target weight. And I want to maybe try some different things. But I would definitely make like a bit of a practice run in it first, just to see what the fit was like and whether it was really my cup of tea or not. So I love this book, definitely going to be making more out of this. So coming right up to date now, just straighten that up a little bit. Literally wanted to show you the last things that I've been making, and I feel like I'm really starting to find my groove about what I like, what I don't like, and just kind of, yeah, showing you where I'm at. So I had a lovely friend who gave me loads of patterns, so I've made a few of this one. This is New Look K6843, and it came free with the magazine. So my daughter, who's in her early 20s, made quite a few of these, and she's going to have a go at sewing one of these for herself quite soon. So they were lovely for her in the summer, really easy to make. I think it does say a 1 hour make. Didn't take me an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But you know, that's pretty quick, isn't it, to make a skirt out of a metre of fabric. I did also, because I do love Tilly and the Buttons patterns and things, I really do like them. So I joined the craze that everybody's on with the indigo dress. It just wasn't me. Sorry, Tilly, just wasn't me at all. I've not totally given up on it. I think I did it in a fabric of cotton, as I said, that was just a little bit stiff for me, didn't have enough drape. So I probably need it to make it in a drapier fabric and probably in a smaller size. So I'm probably going to come back to it at some point, is my thinking, and give it another go. But for now, I'm just going to kind of leave it sort of in my little pattern stash. And then from there, I joined the Friday Pattern Company craze. Love these patterns. Their pattern range goes from a XS to a 7X. And when I started using them, the first thing I made was the Davenport dress, which everybody loves it. And I have seen a few different people, a couple of people kind of say it didn't suit them. So the practice run I made of it, I put those little ruffles on the sleeves. Not me at all. No. So the next time I just missed those out. And so I've made 2 of these. And it is kind of that midi length, but that's a little bit still too short for me. So the first version that I made of it was this blue one here. And again, I think this fabric came from pound metre or pound a metre, something like that. This one's now a little bit too big for me. I do find them really big fitting. I'm going to be honest, I probably wear about a size 14 at the moment, and I'm cutting it out at their large, and their large is, I think it says on the pattern that their large is about a size 10 to 12 or something like that. So I've had to, this was bigger than that. I think I did this XL and it was just way too big. But I really enjoyed the experience of making it with the yoke, the detail here in the neck, the drawstring. I did make the little threads for this one, the gathered sleeves. And this one I did it with 2 tiers, and it's quite long. It's very floaty. So the only thing I'm a little bit worried this when the wind strikes is that some people still sees my underwear, which was all right in the summer, but, well, not that I want anybody to see my underwear in the summer at all. So this is the second Davenport dress that I made. I got this fabric from Boys Store at Darlington. It was the last on the roll. I think it was £3.20 a metre, and I absolutely love it. I've definitely got enough to make a top left. A very lovely lady that I know said to me, did you make that blue dress, Alison? I said, yes, I did. She went, well, you need to make it 1 size smaller next time. So I said, okay, I'll take that as a compliment. So I did. And I still ran it in a little bit as well. So exactly the same neck there. It's just, I think it's like a Dalmatian print. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's just so soft. Drapey, lovely, exactly the same. But I did this one slightly different. I thought I don't want it quite as full in the skirt. So I just extended the skirt panel, and because I don't like pockets, I don't use the front pieces and the pocket pieces. I just use the skirt back, and I cut 2 of those. So I extended that, made it longer, and then put the frill on the bottom. So it's still got plenty of movement in it in the skirt, but the frill is just down the bottom. It's not completely maxi. Had this on at a festival on Thursday. It was nice. I had about that much of my leg shown before I had some black like DM type boots on, and it looked really nice. Was really pleased with it. So there you go, that is my Davenport little collection so far. There will be more of those to come. I love it, but definitely no ruffles for me. I'm a no ruffles. Yeah, so after the Davenport, of course, I got the bug and I made my first Sagebrush top. Absolutely love it. I got into my jeans again, yay! So I made the Friday Pattern Company Sagebrush top. It's all over YouTube. Did follow the pattern instructions, really simple. I do find the Friday Pattern Company to be, but also I think they've got some great sew along tutorials as well. So literally put it on my iPad, just kept following it step by step, love it. I did make the sleeves longer. I hate the top of my arms, like many women, and going into winter I just wanted to have a bit of a longer sleeve. So this fabric is from Pound Fabrics, they still have it in stock. I've just ordered 3 meters of it. I think it's like £8 for 3 meters or something like that, and I'm going to make some sort of dress, possibly not till next summer, I'm not sure. I think it's like a polyester cotton or something. Obviously all different mixes of animal prints. It was beautiful to sew. So we've got the ruffle. I didn't make this for a while with being quite, well, I think I'm quite large busted. I was a bit worried that the frill would just be like too much. And although I do, you know, I do mind like a bit of a V-neck sometimes. I don't like to have a lot of my chest on show generally. So I was a bit concerned about that, but actually I absolutely love it and I can't wait to make more. The pinky red spotty fabric that I did the Davenport in, I think I'm going to make one of these in that. I've just got some very fine, very soft needle cord that I got from Boys at Darlington with silver stars on, and I'm thinking about making one in that. I think that'll look lovely. So I've got lots of ideas about this. So yeah, my Sagebrush top, very much my favourite. I love it when I say to Callum, I'm going to wear my Sagebrush today. I don't think he has a clue what I'm on about, but he just goes along with it. So I got the bug with Friday Pattern Company, definitely. I'm sure lots of you do. And I saw this Avenir jumpsuit, and I saw this Dressmaker's Closet share this, and I thought, oh, that looks up my street. Looks very similar to the top of those dresses and jumpsuits and things that I made earlier in the summer with the McCall's pattern. So this is it just here. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna have a go for that because it actually sits a little bit higher up here. You can still wear it off the shoulder, but it's higher up, and I love it. But it was just huge, like so huge that when I put it on, my sewing room's a porch like 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters, and I came out of it and I said to Cal, remember I haven't got the elastic in the waist yet? And I looked, and he said I looked like the Michelin Man. Can you remember the Michelin Man? So before I put the elastic in, I ran it all in, and I have worn it a couple of times in the house, but it's just huge. But I love it. I just need to make it in a smaller size, so I'm probably going to recut it. So I know I'm not selling it to you very well, but don't let that put you off. Just make sure, look for the finished garment size on this, I would say, because it's a really generous fit. So I made it in the rest of that chambray denim that I have. Love the sleeves. I wouldn't recut them, but I do need to do something. And it's such, you know, when you look at your pattern, your seams, and you think, oh, I did such a good job getting them all lined up. And again, I didn't put the pockets in it for that reason, and I'm pleased that I didn't. Actually, that's a lie. I did put the pockets in this and then instantly regretted it, and I just ran the seam straight down on the overlocker and took the pocket straight out of it. So I do love it, but I need to redo something with that. So I don't like having it to do piles, so that'll be getting done very, very soon. But what I did do was, it's just slipped on the floor. I'd got this fabric from Boys. I think they only had 0.8 of a metre of it left. It was from Boys at Darlington. It's like a polyester or a viscose. I'm not really sure. But I just think it's so lovely. It's so soft, and it's black with these gorgeous white hearts on it. So I actually made the top of the Avenir jumpsuit, and what I've learned is it's better with slightly thicker elastic in. So that's what I did with this. And this looks lovely. It's just drapey, just hangs below my waist, the baggy sleeves, and I just tend to wear that with my jeans or with some Sophia trousers. It's really nice for around the house, doesn't crease, lovely. So I think you could make it as well like a like in jersey is a bit of a sweatshirt as well. So that was my dabble with the Friday Pattern Company. I love their patterns. I'm definitely going to make more of those as well. And so I've got 2 dresses left to show you, and that'll be the end of this one, which might have gone on a bit. I might have broken it into 2 parts, I'm not sure. So because I mentioned earlier, I've got some really special events coming up. I had a look at, saw some YouTube videos, was looking for a tea dress. So I got the Nina Lee Park Lane dress and blouse pattern, so it's super good value. You get them both, and I am aiming to make this tea dress for one of those very special events, and I'll tell you more about it because I'm so excited about it, can't wait, later in the year in November. But it was my daughter's graduation on Tuesday, so you'll see if you check out my Insta. I made this dress. So this is the Nina Lee Park Lane tea dress. This fabric came from So Affordable, so did the next dress I'm going to show you actually. I got 3 lots of fabric from there. Absolutely lovely, really recommend it. And thanks to somebody on YouTube that I found it. Got my nails done in red to match the big red flower. I deliberately wanted to have the red in the middle of the top. So it's got the little gathers just under the bust. This is a stretch, a jersey. I think it's probably a cotton jersey fabric. It's beautiful, like really soft brushed inside. So I don't think you fully get the effect of that, but I felt like it fitted me lovely. It's got a fitted side zip. Not very good with those to wear. So I didn't want to do that because I also thought if I'm going to have to take it in, once that zips in, that's going to be more challenging for me. So I actually made it, the skirt does come in 2 pieces. So I altered the back and put a seam allowance in, and I did put an invisible zip in with a gap at the top, but actually because it had some stretch, I didn't need the zip in, so I took it out so I could use it in something else later. So I just finished the back off with a little button with a little bit of ribbon there, but I don't even need to undo that to take it on or off. But I do like that little opening there. I think that's just really pretty on the back of it. The sleeves you can do in various lengths. The longer length sleeve does usually have a placket with a couple of buttons, but again, because it was jersey, I just did it with, I think I used the cuff off the Billie dress for this. You'll see as my year's gone on, I've got more confident at mixing and matching things and having a bit of a go. And I did have to alter this and run it in a couple of times, but I think that was more because of it having a stretch. So the next time I make it, and the fabric that I've got, I'm not going to downsize because I can get a bit carried away and I'm a bit worried that it wouldn't fit. So it's, I'm going to make it in the same size, but not in a stretch fabric. So definitely more to come from the Nina Lee patterns. I really like those. I'm going to get more of those, and I am going to make the blouse. And then I did share earlier that I was wearing the Lotta dress. So this is it. This came from Boys at Scarborough, and we were at the James gig at the Outdoor Theatre, and Carl spotted that there was a Boys there, so straight off afterwards I got some lovely leopard print fabric, some zebra print fabric, and this one. And when I made it first, I made it in this fabric from So Affordable, and I love it. Again, similar, same fabric as the black, same finish, that sort of cotton jersey, very soft inside. So I made it in this, and I wasn't really sure, would it be my cup of tea? First night I made it, tried it on, I thought I like it, but I'm not really sure. And then by last Monday, a couple of days later, I actually wore it to go to work on Monday with my DM shoes, and it looked really nice. It's got a very full skirt, and I've cut this one the same. The only thing I'm not sure about is I might just cut some of the width off the skirt. As we're getting into winter, I just don't know if it might be a little bit too floaty for me for the winter, but it is such an easy make. It comes with a grown-on sleeve, so you just put the add-on bit. And when I made this, I thought, oh God, I think that's too tight for my arms, but actually it's been fine. But I think I would just be a little bit cautious when I cut it with that seam allowance there for my arms. But actually it's fine. I've worn this one to work this morning, really comfortable, and I absolutely love it. So that is us bang up to date. I think I might, I don't know if this will come out as one vlog or two, just to break it down. I hope you've not got too bored. And the next ones that I'm looking to make are my special occasion dresses that I'm talking about, what I've got in mind for them, some of the fabrics that I've got in store, and my autumn makes and what I'm going to be doing for those. So I really hope that you're going to be able to join me for some of that too. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe, and take care. Bye now.